In the world of racing, every rider dreams of that one moment, that one perfect race where timing meets destiny and passion finds its reward. On July 19, 2025, at Jamaica's famed Caymanas Park, that moment belonged irrefutably to Teneca Wolfe. The Canadian-based jockey, already a barrier-breaking figure as the first black woman to ride and win races in Canada, was back home in the land of her heritage. But on this day, it wasn't just about heritage or history. It was personal. It was powerful. Her partner in this 7-furlong mission, the Richard Azan-trained Buttercup, a 4-year-old bay filly by Conquest Cheramash out of Shahar, drawn in post position number 3. An even money favourite in a restricted allowance contest for native-bred 4-year-old and up non-winners of 2 and imported-bred maidens. And they were off. Wolfe got Buttercup out like a shot, clean, straight, and assertive. No hesitation, no looking back. She grabbed the lead with conviction and set a measured tempo. Fractions of 24.4, then 49.4, cruising down the backstretch with serene authority. Steady as a metronome, Wolfe maintained a perfect hold, balancing pace and pressure like a seasoned maestro. As they straightened for home, there was minimal whipping, no flurry, just rhythm and resolve. And then, the turn of foot. Buttercup kicked for home, ears pinned, legs flying, stretching clear by daylight. By the time they flashed past the post, they'd won by 5 3/4 lengths. Convincing, commanding, classy. But the truest victory came moments later, not in numbers or splits, but in a glance to the stands. For this ride, this win, had a heartstring tether. Wolfe had long dreamt of one thing, winning in Jamaica with her ailing father by her side. He suffers from dementia. The journey to the winner's circle was slow but sacred. The connections waited, the cameras stood by, and then, at last, he arrived. She'd done it, not just for herself, but for him, the man who first put her on a horse, a father, a groom, a believer. Teneca Wolfe's racing journey began in 2015, cutting her teeth in Canada as an apprentice. Just 1 year later, she shattered ceilings, becoming the first black woman to win a race on Canadian soil aboard Cane Bourbon at Fort Erie. She hasn't stopped since. Her favorite? The unforgettable, majestic melody, Magic, she calls him, who carried her to a track record mile at Woodbine, making her not only a winner, but a trailblazer in Canadian racing history. Being different is a good feeling. Breaking barriers, opening doors. It's hard, but it can be done. Today, with 9 career wins, Wolfe is still rising, but this ride, this race at Caymanas Park, was about roots and about home. Both her parents were born in Jamaica. Her father's trade, horses. Her childhood, saddles, sweat, and dreams. So yes, Buttercup won the race, but Wolfe won something far more enduring. Respect. Reverence. In her post-race interview, Wolfe shared her emotions. Being different is a good feeling. Breaking barriers, opening doors. It's hard, but it can be done. On July 19th, I became the first black female jockey from Canada to win a race at Caymanas Park, with my father watching from the sidelines. This wasn't just a win, it was a full circle moment. For every early morning, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt. Thank you, Mr. Azan and the entire team, for believing in me. For Buttercup, pure class, start to finish. And for the little girl who dared to dream this big. Thank you, Jamaica, for riding with me. We made history together, and this is just the beginning.
People ask me, why Jamaica? Why now? Why here? 2 years ago, my father was diagnosed with dementia. Ever since then, every moment in my life has carried more weight. I returned to this island, not just for a race, but to be close to him, to hold on to the pieces of him that are still here. Racing isn't just a dream anymore. Believe you me, it's a mission. Every ride, every gallop, every second on that track is dedicated to him. Even if he can't remember every detail, I care enough for the both of us. So I ride for my family. I ride for my roots. I ride for my father. And as long as I'm in the saddle, his spirit rides with me too. Why Jamaica? Because that's where his story lives, and mine continues.
And the hearts of a nation that watched one of its own return, not just to ride, but to belong. Now, riding on Jamaican soil, her true homeland, Wolfe calls it a bonus. She's here to care for her father, reconnect with family, and embrace her roots. Racing is the ribbon tying it all together. From the backstretch of Fort Erie to the grandstand of Caymanas Park, Teneca Wolfe's story is galloping with purpose. She rides not just for victory, she rides for legacy, she rides for love. On this day, under the Caribbean sun, one rider proved that dreams have no expiration date. Teneca Wolfe, fierce in the irons, soft at heart, galloped into the winner's enclosure and into ours.